Hi friends, all of you catching the replay. I'm just going to give this a quick share and then wait for a few people to hop on, and then I'll get started because I have lots to share with you today. There we go. Share this. What is a watch party? For anyone that's watching the replay, or that might just be popping on right now as I share this, what is a watch party? Is there a difference between me doing a live video and me doing a watch party? I'm just sharing this to my business page. Mwah! Trixie, Kirsten, Jennifer, thank you guys for catching up and coming to chat with me. I'm so glad you're here, Jennifer. Yay! We're gonna have fun. Come chat with me. Why 50 books? Because I'm on a mission. Oh, I just made my screen all funky. I feel good to be like going live again and chatting with you guys and maybe having a little bit of my shit together. A little bit. Okay, so that's been shared. I think we're good. All right, so I'd love to chat with you guys today because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission, and it's gonna happen, and I'm so pumped, and I'm so excited. Okay, cool. That's what a watch party is. I'm really excited to chat with you guys about why I'm trying to sell 50 books and what I'm like doing and all about my books and stuff. I touched on it a little bit yesterday, and then I just got filled with this like excitement, and then I thought, no, it needs its own live because it needs its own live. So I'm just gonna get into it. I love that a couple of you are here. If you're watching the replay, feel free to comment, show me some love. I'll hop on and answer anything you may have to say. Hello, Robin. Mwah. Okay, so I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to sell 50 books. I have 5 books that I've wrote, and I want to talk a little bit about them and why I'm doing this and this passion and what's fueled behind all of this. Oh my goodness, a whole bunch of you just hopped on. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching. I just love you guys. Okay, so my business is really only a year and a bit old. It's in its second year. I built a business around this one novel that I first wrote. Actually, I think I was just publishing Candy's Bedtime Stories 2 when I sort of opened Lady Mack Publishing. So this all sort of started, as I say now, a happy accident. It was not a happy accident, but how amazing things work in life generally start from accidents. And so I've always wanted to be a writer. I've always wanted to be a writer since I was a little girl, like little. I'm very nerdy. I love the Ninja Turtles. I had this thing with April O'Neil, but I wanted to be a writer and follow the Ninja Turtles around. And like most dreams, people will tell you that they're a pipe dream, or you need to be like a special person or know the right people or whatever to, really do something big. So I backburnered writing my whole life. I never really took it seriously. I always wrote, and somewhere through the end of high school, beginning college, hello, all of you amazing people, thank you for joining me. I started writing erotica, and I started writing like sexy romance and really explicit, like just short stories for fun, and I loved it, and I had this like passion for it. But past partners and friends and a lot of people just didn't think it was appropriate, or they didn't believe in it, and they were very like, eh. So once again, I just sort of backburnered it. And I had the manuscript and the rough draft of Cuffed wrote since I was probably like 20 years old. Not the whole thing, but a chunk of it. Enough that I knew where the story was going. I knew the story, and I knew that it needed to be wrote. I wrote it. So about 2.5 years ago, I was at the end of a very unhealthy, toxic relationship. I was very depressed. Everything around me was falling apart, and I really felt like I had no control over like anything. So I started writing again, just for something. And at the time that I went homeless, I ended up in the homeless shelter with 4 kids when it wasn't mine. I had this book, and I built a business around it, because I just believed in it, even though it was crazy at the time. I was in the shelter. I had lost everything. My whole life was just, ugh. So now I'm writing this book, and I'm like, I'm going to do something with it. I'm going to write it, and I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to be a writer. It's just going to do it. But I'm still very, very uncertain with what I'm doing. So I'm just going to get out of the homeless shelter, and I filed for assistance. So this is a touchy subject for a lot of people, and something that I'm going to talk more about in the future. I'm actually doing some, I'll touch on that later. But there's a stigma that needs to be broken, and it's very important that we break it. I was a single mother, came from a rough relationship in a rough point in my life where I had lost everything. I literally had no money to feed my kids. I didn't have milk money. The selling of these novels was what was putting gas in my van to get my kids to school and put milk and bread on the table and help me start over. So I applied for assistance, and in November I started a program. November of a year and a half ago, in November that just passed would have been a year. I started a program where it would help me actually build a business and advertise and do stuff with my novels and actually take it seriously. So there was like some to this, because now I've got these 2 books, and I'm like, so I'm going to be an erotic writer, and I'm going to write these really explicit romances, and they're going to sell, and that's going to be my business. And that's different, I know. It's not a cleaning business like I've done in the past. It's not grass cutting or home renovating, not knocking any other businesses. I'm just throwing stuff off the top of my head. So, they were like, are you sure that's, and I was like, yes, this is going to happen. But the first year of my business was so trial and error. And especially because, again, the kids and I had just gone through this very traumatic experience, and now we're not homeless, but we're resettling, and so they're going through therapy, and they're going through counseling, and we're getting adjusted, and life is wild. So the first year of my business was just, it really was wild. I did publish another book. Do I have Heist here? Oh, I do. I have all 5. I had published this during that next little bit, but I really didn't know what I was doing with my business. I was very scared to tell my story. I was scared to admit to people that I was struggling still. I was on assistance. There's so much to that. I was just very insecure still. I wasn't embracing my life and who I wanted to be, and my books, and this lady Mack that I am and I've created. And so anyway, that first year was a really big learning experience for me. And at the beginning of, this year, my business is now in the 2nd year. The first year of my business, I actually made money. And that was surprising to me and a lot of people around me, because it was very, it was very different. It was really me chasing a wild dream, and it was working. And it was making money, and it really made me feel amazing. So I had this video interview with a wonderful woman you guys all saw, Michelle Ferrari. I did a Parking with MF segment with her, and it was awesome. And I spoke in that about how I was at this cusp point with my business, that I was almost off of assistance solely because of book sales, and that I was doing this this teeter-totter every couple of months, where some months I was just blowing it out of the water, and then other months I wasn't quite there yet. And I've grown a lot with my story and my confidence and who I am, and I'm at a pivotal point in my business. I've begun to do speakings, as you guys have seen. I've done some speeches. I've been asked to do another one, some fundraising and charity work for the shelter. And that's made me feel a lot stronger about my story and sharing it, in the hopes that I can help other people, inspire them, motivate them, help them know that there is other options for them out there, that there is a whole new life waiting for them. It's going to be hard. There's a struggle, but it's worth it. You are worth it. Your life is worth it. Your dreams are worth it. You can do it. And there's no shame in having a struggle, and none at all. There's no shame in your story. There's no shame in asking for help. If you're a single parent and you've got some kids, there is no shame in asking for assistance, especially if you are hustling your ass off every month. I mean, so there's that stigma to that, right? Like I touched on before, that, welfare and social assistance and stuff. And there are people who abuse it, and that is definitely where that stigma has come from. But then again, there are people like myself who are hustling my ass off, and there are months where I don't need it, and there are months where I need that little bit, and there are months where I needed, especially in the beginning when I came out of the friggin' homeless shelter with one of those kids wasn't mine. I took her on for 6 months. I fed her, I clothed her, I put a roof over her head, and because of some stupid paperwork clause that her father did, the government sucked me dry over $3.5 grand of everything, every penny I ever received for her. So even though I was in the shelter and on assistance, I was taking care of a kid literally out of my own pocket, and like I don't ever regret that. But like, I was coming from a hard place, and I'm working. So if you're a working person and you need that help, we need to break that stigma that's okay. So all of this leads to where I'm going. Trust me, there's something going with this. Oh, Jess, I look beautiful. Thank you. I'm really working on embracing this like Lady Mack, and this who I want to be in my soul, and where I am right now, and this like love I have for myself. Okay, I just want to catch up on comments real quick. There's no shame in going assistance. There's not. There isn't. But there's a stigma to it. And there's a lot of people. My video came out from my Parking with MF segment, and people were like, you admitted that you're still on social assistance, like you've been working, you're selling your books for a year, and you're still on assistance. I'm not saying I'm claiming everything and I'm sitting around every month twiddling my thumbs. Like, there's months where that could be $5, but that's nobody's business if it was $500. Like, yeah, so you have to go on assistance for medical reasons. So there's a whole other side to that too. So sometimes you go on assistance and you not getting any money. There was a time in my life when I was on assistance, but I wasn't getting money. I was low income, but my youngest needed, she's got all sorts of diet issues, especially when she was young, like newborn. And yeah, you might need help with that. Like, especially if there's a temporary time in your life where there's an illness or a setback in your life, and you need help with medications, you need help with eye care, dental, and emergency. Like, we need to break that. Okay, so I am a year and a half into my business, and I am at this point where I'm ready. I am strong, I'm confident, I'm happy, I know what I'm doing. I have a shit ton of stuff on my plate, so I'm juggling everything, and I'm still probably 3 weeks behind. I really need some time away from my kids and a vacation so I can cross all the stuff off my list, but I'm gonna get it done regardless. And I feel ready. So I'm pushing. I know that from where I'm sitting, my novel sales, when I talk about wanting to sell 50 novels a month, it's these books. It's these books I have already at my house that I have signed. I put your name in it, put a big kiss mark in it. I might meet you in Peterborough somewhere. I might stick it in the mail for you. You might have never met me. You might live in Texas. You might live in the UK. That's cool. We'll do it through PayPal, whatever. And that's not my only form of novel sales. I have novels being sold through Amazon. I have novels being sold on they're all on ebooks. They're at the library. They are through Kindle. And I knew that when I set a goal, a long time ago, I set a goal of 25 books a month and 50 books a month. And that 25 books a month was sort of my, like that line where I knew I could feed us. And, you know, people couldn't say your novels aren't selling, because they were selling and they would pay the bills. And I would hit that teetering line, because I don't always sell them. I don't always get the full price. Sometimes I sell them in a set. Sometimes there's a bit of a discount. Sometimes the American price hijacks, and all of a sudden I'm making peanuts off my novels even before I discounted them in a set. So I'm really working on some other marketing and other things behind the scenes there. But I set that goal for 25 because I knew that would keep me at that teeter line, and it wasn't killing me every month while I was still trying to, you know, get the kids settled and get me settled. I mean, I'm still in therapy. My kids are just now getting back into sports. Oh my goodness, send me some strength. Getting our life back together, etc. But I knew that 50 was that like huge goal. 50 was that like I wouldn't need any help. I was doing it, and if I could do it, then I could do it. I could prove to everyone that I could really do it. And I knew, and I know in my heart that once I do it once, I can do it again, and I can do it again and again and again. And I knew that, and know that if I can hit that goal, and I only need to sell 14 left, like that's crazy. That's crazy. I know that when I hit that 50 books, it'll just begin to snowball. And the 36 books that I've sold so far, I've put all of that back into my business because I believe that crazy in myself. I bought books like mad. I invested in bath bombs. I am doing a workshop collaboration with a wonderful lady that I'm going to share some more stuff on. I talked about it the other day. She's incredible. She's got a story to tell, and I am doing interviews. I did a podcast. I want to do all of these things, and I'm going to do it. Like, I'm doing it for my kids, and I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it to show that, like, oh, something's popping up. I never turn my volume off, and then I go live, and then all of a sudden it's like ding, 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 ding. I'm doing this to show that if you have a crazy dream, you can do it. If you have a belief, if you've been through a crap time, if you've had to leave your whole life behind, if you are broken, if you're depressed, whatever, I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, have positive attitude and you can do anything, because like shit is hard. Life is hard. And there were times, oh my God, right at the first year mark, like last Christmas, I was going to give up. I was done. Like I was bawling my eyes out. Like I hadn't really looked at the big picture. I didn't even realize that like I really was doing amazing things. I had a breakdown. I was a mess. Like, yeah, but I didn't give up. I believe in this. I believe in my books. I believe in my story. I believe that I can help people. I believe that I can do so many things. Aw, you guys. Jen, I will get back to you on that. My books depend on where you live. Okay, but ballpark, they are $25 Canadian, $22 American for a single book. $22 Canadian, $20 American for more than one in, oh, that's upside down, in a set, and then 105 for the whole set Canadian and 85 American for the whole set plus shipping. I need to write that down. And right now, because I'm like damned and determined to make this happen, if you are buying in bulk, I'll throw in a bath bomb or a little feather tickler or whatever. This has sparked so much in me. Like the other, I've begun to collaborate with some other companies. I've been doing some sex toy reviews. My workshops revolve around loving yourself and loving your partner and communicating better, healthy communication, healthy sex lives. I just love this. I love all of this. I love how it's all coming together, and I love that my hustle and my determination and my strength was fucking worth it, and it's coming together and it's paying off. So why 50 books? Because I'm done. I have hustled, I have struggled, I have been through hell and back. I came from the homeless shelter. I came from one book that looked nothing like this because it had a totally different cover. I came from people who were like, your books are nothing, and who do you think you are, R.L. Stein? And this is just a pipe dream, and I'm doing it, and I'm making it happen. And I want to inspire others. I want to help other businesses. I want to collaborate. I want to bring everybody to the top with me. I want everybody to feel good. I want everyone to feel loved. It just, So, yes, I'm going to do it. Cuffed is going to be a best-selling novel. I'm going to be a best-selling author. Everybody is going to know who Lady Mack is because y'all are just going to love my sex toy reviews and all the fun stuff that I share for you and all the collaborations, and I'm happy. I am excited, and I feel it happening. Next month is a huge month, too. I've got shows booked. I've got some stuff happening this summer. So like I said, this is going to be a snowball effect. I am going to be that woman that went from homeless, broken, not a dime to her name, who was literally, I had no idea what I was doing. I was sitting on Facebook with like messy mom hair being like, so I wrote this book, I know nothing about it, and I know nothing about anything, and do you want to buy it? And you did. If you own a copy of my blue cup, I fucking love you. Because the story was there. The story's never changed. I've never changed. I've just blossomed into who I am. And I want to be that. I just love you guys. And I want to help. And yes. So that's why 50 books. Because I'm getting completely off of assistance forever. I'm going to change my life. It's time to make this a real reality and do this. I have a 6th book that I'm launching. It's called Kim's Favor. That's coming out soon. Not as soon as I'd like, but soon. And I have a workshop collaboration that's happening. And I have bath bombs. And I have books. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. Like, I don't know what I would have done, honestly, if I had first gone on Facebook and, because I was, I'd love to do the Everything About Sex show. The table is crazy, and I just, up until like this year, that wasn't even something that I could fathom until I really began to invest in myself and really began to believe in what I'm doing. Next year, you will see me at the Everything About Sex show. Next year, you'll probably see me everywhere. As it is, in May, I'm doing, I can't knock on wood, like this is actually happening. In May, I should be doing a really awesome show. It's going to sell out here, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm super stocked up for that. I have all the books. And yeah, there was another sex show that I thought about doing too, but it was just getting all my ducks in a row and getting everything together, getting ready, and getting confident and believing in myself and really believing that I could do this. So I know that now. So yeah, I got to knock a few things off my list. The 4th book to this needs to get wrote, I think, before y'all kill me, because Breakaway ends very steamily on a cliffhanger. So I'm writing Kim's Favor. That's getting... my workshop's coming out. The 4th cuffed, and then yes, by next year it's just gonna explode. Thanks, thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys always make me feel good. When you guys tell me that me sharing my story or anything makes you guys feel good like that, it's all a revolving feel good, right? Because talking is therapeutic. Sharing our stories, sharing our lives, connecting with other human beings is really important, and we need that. And we can stumble and get caught in a spiral, a definite downward spiral, when we get trapped in our heads, when we don't have people to talk to, when we can't share our story, when we don't feel comfortable talking about our experiences and our stories and what we've been through. So when I finally cracked and opened, it was really scary, because I was terrified about the judgment, and it just became amazing. You guys were like, thank you. So then I was like, thank you. I'm healing. You're healing. Everybody's healing. We're all feeling good. We can all share our stories. We can all love, connect. Yay. Okay. So that's my sappiness for the day. All right. I guess that's everything. I think I missed a comment. Jennifer, your business is going to work for you. I love the fact that Coca-Cola sold, I know it sounds cliche, people say this a lot, but Coca-Cola sold 25 bottles in their first year. Like, there's not a country, there's not a person, they're everywhere. You know, I'm not saying we all need to be Coca-Cola, but your first year of business is a struggle. When you first really embrace your life. We only get one life. You only have one you. This is it. When you really just love everything and that there's that up and down, that struggle, that learning curve. And there's days when I woke up and I'm like, I can't. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to do these things. Don't want to, you know, you got to push through. There's times when I'm like, my books, there was a month I sold this many books. There was a month that I sold this many books. Like, there was a time I was going to quit. It's not, you know, businesses are not amazing right off the hop. If they are, awesome, great, good for you. Like, I'm not saying they shouldn't be. Most of them, that's not a reality. It's a struggle. It's a struggle to be self-employed. It's a struggle to be your own boss. It's a struggle to make it work. It's a struggle to make the people around you believe in you. It's a struggle to make them buy your books and not message you and be like, so I'd really like your books, but you got a lot, so could I pay for one and get the other 4 for free? No? Hi guys, thank you for watching. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people that have watched this. Yes. Why 50 books? Because I'm done. I'm ready to take this to the next level. I am speaking. I am... my books will be as addicting as Coca-Cola without the cocaine. I can't. That was amazing. Thank you for making my morning. I have heard my books will get them pregnant. I've heard that my books have been crazily improved their sex life. I've heard they have stayed up all night reading my books. I have heard that they wish they bought all the books in one sitting, read all the books in one sitting. I've had somebody's husband message me and was like, I want your next book for my wife. Like, sex is important. Communication is important. Relationships are important. I love that I can take something from all this and give that to you guys too. Even if it comes in the form of a sexy novel. So yes, I have 14 books left to sell. That's it. That's all. And I've hit my goal. And I've done it for the first month ever. And now on a snowball for many, many, many months to come until I'm like a best-selling author and I sell 100 novels overnight in my sleep. Because that'll be a reality one day. I got 14 left to sell. If you have it in your heart to support me, I went from homeless to self-published. I'm doing this. I'm making it happen. Please send me a message. I would love you. Share my video. Reach out to somebody. Tag them. Be like, hey, you like a steamy romance? I'm your girl. I promise it's worth it. And you're helping my dreams come true. You're helping support me and my kids. And you're everything that you guys do for me. I'm just giving back and doing for you guys. Like I can't wait to share my workshops and my love stuff, and I just, whoa, I made everything shake. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry to get a little emotional for a sec. Yeah, because, like, this started from nothing. Like, I was just wanted to be a writer, and now, like, I'm sitting here telling the world that, like, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna be a best-selling author. You guys love my books, and I want to be Lady Mack. I want to be known for my sexy sex toy reviews. And oh, I got another one coming for you guys too. It's interesting. You'll like it. Okay, so that's that. homeless, to self-published, on a mission, ready to change my life at a pivotal point in my business where I'm ready to do this. I'm confident, I'm strong, I've grown so much, I have so much to give, and I just need to sell 14 more books. Okay, that's it. That's all. I'm going to finish my coffee. I have to get to work. I have so much to do today. I'm off to a really awesome workshop at the Chamber of Commerce. Yay, moving on up. I get to see one of my favorite business ladies who I'm working on a workshop with. I mentioned her earlier and on my other live. And I'm really excited for my setup because now I can go live more often and you guys don't have to see. Just so you know, I'm still in my kitchen. Oh, I can't move this right now. I'll move this side. Sneaky. You guys don't have to look at my ugly kitchen. It's not, sorry, it's not an ugly kitchen wall. I was just saying, you know, for fancy lives. Okay, anyway. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for watching my rambling. That's why 50 books. I'm on a mission. If you know somebody who loves a steamy romance, send them my way. I love you forever. Mwah. Okay, bye guys. Have a fantastic Thursday.